This video will introduce you to the structure of each of the individual lecture modules. We'll use the first lecture module to illustrate what the structure looks like. Some of the modules include more than one video or an extra demonstration, but the structure is otherwise the same. Each module begins with the lecture number, unit, then the sub number for the individual lecture, and then a title for that lecture. Next is a description of what's covered in that lecture, followed by an indication of which readings are associated with this particular lecture. Each lecture video is accompanied by learning goals for that particular lecture. And then this is followed by a link to the lecture video itself. All of the videos are closed caption. The videos are hosted in YouTube, and this was done because in my prior experience, when I have tried to embed the video within the module itself, different platforms, say sometimes an iPad or a Mac, may have trouble displaying the video. Whereas if I host the videos on YouTube, it saves on storage space and they show more quickly and you run into fewer technical problems. On the right-hand side of each lecture module, there are two links for handouts. One is a link for a lecture guide to use while watching the lecture. This is usually a series of questions that they can answer as they listen to the lecture. And then students also have the ability to print out or download a handout with the slides from the PowerPoint that accompanies each of the video lectures. Following each of the lectures, there is a learning check. These can consist sometimes of one question, sometimes multiple questions, and also sometimes activities. In fact, many of the modules have an activity that will further engage the student with the material. When there are questions below, as in this example, these are questions that the student can use to prompt themselves to see if they have understood what's in the lecture. And by placing the cursor on top of the question, a text pop shows up with the correct answer so that they can immediately test themselves and receive feedback. I'll talk a little bit more about the variety of activities that are used in the test in another overview video. But that's basically the structure of each of the lecture modules in each of the 10 units. And the 10 units include anywhere from 4 to 11 lecture modules for each unit. This is the structure that all of the lecture modules follow.